can an AI agent actually train a new AI model from scratch and do it efficiently, find the best learning rates, hyperparameters in order to train this new model? If it could, it would basically be doing the job of a machine learning researcher or scientist. In this video, I'll be using three tools: Claude Code as the AI agent, Hugging Face Jobs as the GPU or cloud compute provider, and Trackio as a way to log experimental metrics and report them to the agent so that the agent makes the right decisions. And we'll show how all of the three of these tools, when used together, can be used to basically do what a machine learning researcher or scientist does. So let's dive into the code. On the left here, I have a modified version of Andrej Karpathy's NanoGPT repo. Now this repo trains a GPT-2 level model from scratch on FineWeb, which is a collection of documents from around the internet, on a single GPU. It's great for running these types of autonomous machine learning experiments because the whole script, it's a single script, and you or your agent can modify various hyperparameters like the learning rate. The agent can even modify the code itself if you want to try different optimizers or create new optimizers. And so it's a very hackable script. The modifications that I've made is primarily to include Trackio. So what is Trackio? If you haven't used it already, it's an experiment tracking platform. It's very similar to Weights and Biases or Neptune ML. The nice thing about it is it's local first. So you can run everything locally for free. You can see a dashboard, or you can run it remotely on Hugging Face spaces. And again, all of that is free as well. So how do you actually use Trackio? Well, at the beginning of your project, you can init a Trackio project by providing a project name, a run name, and then this space ID. So this space ID, if it's provided, is going to create a Hugging Face space under your namespace, and then actually log all of the metrics to that kind of remote space. So you can view it independently. If you're running this job remotely, like we'll be doing on Hugging Face Jobs, then you want to send the metrics somewhere else. You don't want to keep them local. Then there's a config that you can use to provide hyperparameter information. And then the main thing is we're going to be using trackio.log to actually log our experimental metrics. So this API is very familiar if you use Weights and Biases. Trackio is essentially a drop-in replacement. So you can log the metrics here during the training step. We log various training metrics. And then in the validation step, we log the validation metrics, of course. Now, one thing which is very interesting here is that we also generate alerts. So when you're running experiments autonomously, you can have your training agent, your Claude Code in this case, for example, read all of the logs that are streaming from the training run. But this is usually harder for the agent to parse, not to mention it consumes more tokens and things like that. Instead, what you can do is you can bake in your domain knowledge by actually programmatically generating alerts. So here in this case, if the validation loss is increasing, I generate a Trackio alert. And this Trackio alert will show up in the terminal. So your coding agent has access to it. It'll show up in the Trackio dashboard UI as well. And you can even pipe it to things like Slack and Discord if you want. So if the validation loss goes up, we're going to generate an alert. And that's basically it. All right, so that's our script. The rest of it is a very standard PyTorch training loop. Okay, so now that we have our script ready, now we can actually go over to Claude Code. Now, with Claude Code, I'm going to prompt it to run a series of experiments sequentially as an autonomous machine learning researcher. So what we'll do is we'll probably do the simplest experiment that you can do. We'll tell it to run, to try to find the optimal learning rate. So start with learning rates of 1, then 0.5, and then keep going down. The idea is to find the largest learning rate that doesn't lead to wild oscillations in the validation loss. So because we have these Trackio alerts set up, we can tell Claude Code, just keep watching these Trackio alerts. If you see instability, then just terminate the job. Now, the reason we want to do this is because we will be running on Hugging Face jobs. We want to be very efficient with our compute because you pay for, with all of these cloud GPU providers, you pay per second of the compute that you use. So if a job is not going well, you want to terminate it quickly. And that's where autonomous machine learning can be very useful. You can have many of these experiments running in parallel. If something isn't going well, you automatically terminate it. You move on to the next set of hyperparameters that you want to test. So if you see instability, then just terminate the job, lower the learning rate, and keep going until you have stable training. And so run this script using Hugging Face jobs, using my locally logged in Hugging Face token. So Hugging Face jobs If you haven't used it before, it's a very convenient way to launch jobs on remote, cloud GPUs. There's a CLI for it. You can run pretty much any Python script, get the results streamed. The logs kind of stream to the terminal, which makes it very effective, very efficient, to use with Claude Code. And then we can see what this looks like. It also comes with a UI where we can monitor the jobs. So I run these jobs, and now these are the results. So my autonomous agent actually ran a series of jobs, and then it canceled them because they weren't created. Let's actually take a look at this. So we can actually take a look at the logs here. So this is the log. This is the training run with a learning rate of 1.0. So this is a pretty high learning rate. What happens when we do this? Actually, sorry, let me go to this one here. Let's try this one. Okay, so this one here is a learning rate of 0.5. Yeah, so it's running this experiment. It's trying to train this. And we have a couple of alerts that the validation loss has increased. All right, so that's why this job was then canceled by Claude Code. So it did this all autonomously. And then finally, and we can actually see this maybe effectively in the dashboard as well. So you can see it started with a learning rate of 1.0, and it started running this experiment that's shown in the purple here. I'm going to hide these alerts here. And you can see it started doing this experiment, but then as the validation loss started increasing, it realized that, oh, okay, this training run is not going well. I should terminate it. So it decided to do that after, about 100 steps. Then it brought the learning rate down to 0.5. And again, it did it for a few steps, realized the learning rate wasn't going down, terminated the job. And then finally, it chose a learning rate of 0.1 here. Let's see how this looks here. And then, yeah, so this here, the validation loss continued to decrease. No alerts were generated for this run. You can check here as well. And so then it realized that, okay, this training run is going well. So it proceeded to run for the full, 500 or so steps. So this is kind of the idea, the promise behind autonomous machine learning research. You can bake in certain, domain knowledge yourself by telling it what hyperparameters to take a look at, or you can be kind of more freeform, tell it to come up with its own optimizer, run these experiments, use Trackio to kind of, to monitor these experiments and bring these alerts. Again, using the domain knowledge, hey, if these metrics are going in the wrong direction, you should terminate the job or reconfigure the hyperparameters. The alerts can be very, very useful there. And then you can run everything on Hugging Face jobs, pay only for the compute that you use, and then, it lets you iterate very freely. You can launch many of these in parallel. With that, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to seeing your machine learning experiment.